Hey fam, how y'all doing? My name is Franklin and welcome to Orgaysis. Today we're playing Minotaur Hotel and we chose to comfort Asterion, right? And we're seeing like how that's playing out right now. So let's just get right into it. There's a half a foot separating the two of you. You scoot closer to him. He looks at you again and something sparks in his eye. It's starvation for human touch. Oh, he's touch starved. Asterion has spent decades locked away in a dark room, going hungry and thirsty, becoming emaciated year after year. He's been here for years. You have fed him, clothed him, and tended to his wounds, but a new form of hunger rears its head now, and there is no way he can hide it. Now that you are close, he leans his weight on your shoulder and closes his eye. You pull him closer, accepting all the exhaustion in his bones. At times you feel his eye opening again, shifting to and fro. He wants your warmth but struggles to give in fully. The battle keeps raging inside him, and the side of remaining close to you wins out. The side of remaining close to you wins out. Okay, I understand. Asterion mentioned that Master Jean Marie used to pet him behind his ears. Now he only has one, but the way he flicks it at you has an inviting quality. I don't mind doing this, but understand I'm not petting you like a pet. Okay? I'm not doing that. But yeah, I'll do that for you. You pet him and he melts on you, nuzzling like a child. Your chest rumbles with a deep sigh that drifts out of his throat. Your chest rumbles with a deep sigh. Okay. His sigh made your chest rumble. Okay. You let him doze off on your shoulder for as long as he wants. Eventually, Asterion signals to you that he's ready to make his way back upstairs. You have to stop a few times to let Asterion rest, but eventually you do make it up to the ground floor and to the lounge. Within the old lounge, glorious and eaten away by time, you and Asterion find a soot-covered hearth right across from the bar. It is circled by a set of armchairs. Their leather and cracked and dried. The leather has cracked and dried, but no amount of damage can hide the talent with which they were made. Sunlight falls in front of the hearth, coming through the tall glass windows of the lounge. Asterion kneels before the hearth in a prayer-like position. He lays the mirror aside for a moment and summons logs of wood and fine dried hay. Then he places the hay at the mirror's focal point. The beam of focused sunlight heats up the hay. You and Asterion wait. Decades ago, had the fire gone out, I would have been punished. Tending to it was one of my duties, and failing to do so was one of the gravest mistakes I could make, because they can't do much to you, or they could do less to you, or whatever, or to the hotel, because they petty. Once it is lit again, the hotel will come back to life. This realm is quite unlike the world outside, is it not? It is hard for me to even remember what it was like when I was alive. Back home, when I was just a boy, I went out hunting for wild goats with one of my brothers, finding our own food and bringing it back home. Our father would take me out to the fields. People believed that I would bring them luck and good harvest. Okay. Food is harvested or hunted. Wood is chopped down. Homes are built with sweat and stone. But this world operates under different rules. The gods built a world where we were born knowing well that we were fated to toil and suffer. Such is the fate of man. While you live, shine, have no grief at all. Life exists only for a short while, and time demands his due. All the time, I see it. The gods appreciated the suffering of mortals, so they chose instead not to bind this realm by the same rules. If one wishes to inflict pain, he must chop down a tree and work the wood into a spear, then mine and refine the metal for its head. But here, my jailer could summon, break, and summon spears. Summon, break, and summon spears to his heart's content. Okay. Why waste time working the land when he could so easily summon all the food his body craves? So too could he bend the rules of life and space itself, the architecture of reality. The master's will is sovereign. As Asterion speaks, the hay twists as it drives further, and then darkens and emits a fine smoke. The pure flame will soon be at hand. The gods, however, seldom grasp human ingenuity. Change confuses them. They will gladly go by centuries without changing, repeating the same days forever and ever. I saw that with my own eyes. I may be a monster, but I am half human. Change comes easily to me as well. I have shifted with each century, adapting to my master's will, doing whatever it took. A sliver of fire rises from the hay. Asterion picks it up, not caring for whether or not he gets burned, and places it between the logs. You have kindness in you. But human ingenuity at times goes too far. There are things the hotel cannot accomplish no matter how much one tries. Man cannot be made immortal, for starters. The gods would not have been so lenient. Neither can the dead be brought back. The hotel would not make gold or silver in large quantities, and it will never print currency. Okay. Most important of all, the realm needs precise instructions on what is intended to fabricate. As powerful as the master may be here, he can never be made into a god. That is a fundamental rule of the labyrinth. I get some God's bane. a pure fire fitting for the gods. The gods are gone. From the stories guests have told over the centuries, it seemed to me that the world outside was well on its way to leaving myth and magic behind. But their power lingers. An offering to them may still be heard, and the labyrinth will never let go of those fundamental rules. A man remains a man. While you live, shine, have no grief at all. Life exists only for a short while, and time demands his due. Time is capital T on here. That's a name. Have you listened to that song before, Master? I heard a woman from Ephesus sing that. She said her husband wrote it for her when she died. A lot of people took to singing it down there, whether in Elysium or Tartarus. Life is short. For some more than others, it ought to be enjoyed. Whoever bequeathed you the hotel's deed gave you a gift greater than any fortune. This place and I will tend to your needs. You can live a blessed life, and if you allow this place to fulfill its man-made purpose, to give respite to those lost and wandering, it will give you life meaning as well. Even an existence as wretched as mine can have beauty, my lord. I do not quite know why I'm telling you all this. I suppose I miss talking, and I feel so nervous all of a sudden. Don't worry about that. I like listening to you. This is fine, talking like this in front of the fire. I can't say I've fully figured out how this hotel works and what's going on, but this is a nice moment, don't you think? Yes, it is indeed. It indeed is. Oh my God. The flame looks like any ordinary fire, but something in it pulls your attention to it. For a long time, hours maybe, you and Asterion gaze at it. And that's where we stop. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, my name is Franklin, and this has been Orgaysis. If you like this video, then be sure to like it, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when I upload the minute that I do. If you would like to download this game for yourself, you can do so via the links in the comment section and the description. And next time in Minotaur Hotel, I guess we're gonna see like the hotel revitalized. Like that's what I'm expecting next. But until next time, guys, see ya.